welcome to my YouTube channel. You are here chilling with Shan. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am so excited to be back after nearly a year of not uploading any content. Today I will be just addressing what's been going on over the last year and all the amazing things that's been happening in my life. And we will also be answering those questions that were asked on my Instagram roughly a week ago, so that'll be exciting too. But for those who are new to my channel and do not know me, my name is Chantel Everett. I am 19 years old. I have recently just moved from Tasmania up to the beautiful Melbourne. Today we're just going to be jumping straight into those questions. Essentially I'll just be talking to you guys about how I'm going to plan to rebuild my YouTube channel, the things I'm going to be posting and uploading, and pretty much just what the whole channel is going to be about. But yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm so excited with how my life is going, and at the end of the day my goal is just to really inspire young people, new people, just to really be themselves and to strive for the things that they want in life. So if I can give you guys advice or suggest something that might make your day a little bit better, then my goal is achieved. So these are a couple of questions that were asked on my YouTube channel maybe a week ago. The reason why it's taken so long to get this vlog up is because we don't have Wi-Fi here at the moment. My Mac needed an update, my iPhone needed an update, and we've only been here about 3 weeks, so things are still settling in. The questions that were asked are pretty much based around topics that I love anyway, so lifestyle, health and fitness, health and well-being, contraception, just all these little things. These questions were not asked in any particular order, so I'm just reading out how they were sent in. I'm just going to try and keep it short and sweet and to really get those questions answered. So the first question is, are you living a less stressful life? When the opportunity came to move to Melbourne, I took it. For a couple of weeks I was umming and ahhing about if I should or not, but deep down my heart knew that it just wanted the opportunity to go to Melbourne. So now that I am here, I do feel so much more relaxed and I do feel less stressed because I feel like I'm on the right path to becoming the person that I want to be. I've always wanted to move from Tasmania. When I was in year 12, I studied this concept in philosophy called qualia, and basically it was the experience of experiencing things. I know that I'll always move back to Tassie when I retire, but right now I feel like this is where I need to be. Yeah, I'm so much more relaxed. I'm so grateful for the opportunity and I absolutely love being here. So the next question is, have you always been a healthy, motivated person? No, definitely not. My confidence and my personality has really just blossomed over the last year and a half. All through high school, all through primary school, I was considered a bit of a loner. I was very different. I did not fit in with any cliques. But I did have I had a few good friends all throughout high school, and I still remember them to the day and I absolutely love running into them in O-Bar and just being like, hey, how's life? How are you going? And it's so great to see that they're thriving and traveling and really just living their life. I find that so inspiring. I haven't always been a motivated and healthy person, especially with my confidence. My health perspective really kind of kicked into gear over the last 3 years. I really just wanted to start taking better care of my body. I'm still on my path to achieving my overall goal, especially with my health and fitness. I'm definitely nowhere where I want to be, but the little steps that I'm taking are getting me there every day. And the way I stay motivated is just the fact that my life has changed over the last 3 years, drastically, and I'm not going to waste a day not being motivated or not doing something that'll benefit me and benefit my future. So the way I see it is, if you want something, you just got to keep fighting for it and you've got to keep striving for it in order to get where you want to be. But that is such a great question, and it's something I'm going to continue to talk more about, because one of my other goals is to motivate you guys and to help you guys realize that you can be so confident, or you can be as confident as you want to be, or you can be as body positive as you want to be. And I really want to help a lot of people get to that position. Another goal of mine is just I want people to feel as happy and as motivated as I do, and to get there I just feel like I need to share my life experiences and give my advice to help others. So that's what I like doing. The next question is, how different is living on the mainland compared to Tasmania? So when I left, I was posting a lot about how grateful I was to be in Melbourne and how it was such an amazing experience. And I actually had someone message me saying, you know, what's wrong with Tasmania? Everybody's travelled to Melbourne before. There's nothing special about it. You're not special. No one gives a shit about what you're doing. So they misinterpreted everything I was saying, and they made it seem like I was talking trash about Tassie, when in actual fact, I am so incredibly happy to have come from Tasmania. Like, honestly, I think Tasmania is the safest place on earth. And it does have opportunities, and it does have a lot of potential, and I love how small Tasmania is, but yet it's so big. It's like everybody knows everyone. Like, I think Tasmania has a lot of pros and cons, but for me and my situation and like just my personal journey, I just felt like it was a great idea to get out of Tasmania, because I feel like the mainland does offer a lot more opportunities. So does Tasmania, but I think unless you have a massive degree or you know the right people, then it's hard to really get your foot in the door. I took the opportunity to go to Melbourne anyway, just to have more experiences for myself. So it's different in the sense that it's something new, and I'll always go back to Tasmania, but it is very different living here, but it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So why did you move away? So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but my partner Jared, he's actually in the Navy at the moment, and he's based at Cerberus in Melbourne. So when he joined the Navy, I was so supportive, and I was so incredibly happy for him to be taking this opportunity, but it was a bit of a curve for us. It was the time where we actually decided whether we wanted to continue the relationship or if we wanted to focus on ourselves and go our separate ways. At the end of the day, we realized just how much we love each other and how much we want this relationship. And when we talked about moving to Melbourne, it was always, will it ever actually happen? Or like, it was a lot of umming and ahhing, because we thought it might just be a bit difficult. But the Navy has actually offered Jared so much opportunity, and it offers him so many benefits. It's the best decision that Jared ever made for pretty much himself and our relationship. It's made us so much more stronger, and it just makes us really appreciate the time that we have together, because we spent 8 months apart, and in those 8 months we saw each other maybe a month, but fluctuated in those 8 months. So it just really made us appreciate the time that we had together. So I pretty much moved here for Jared, but at the end of the day, I also moved here for myself. And I'm so sorry that you can hear like the construction noise happening next door. A good one that I was actually so excited that someone actually asked. Have you ever experienced any problems with birth control? Oh, sister, let me tell you, I am like the patient zero of really weird birth control. So I've been on birth control since I was 14. I first started off with the bar, and I was like on the bar for about a year and a half, and it was fine. Like at the age of 14, I wasn't really going through like my proper period cycles anyway, so my body really was just kind of finding itself, I guess. And I had it removed just because there'd be really random times where I'd just be doing nothing and my arm would like pulsate incredibly strangely, like it would just pulsate for no reason, and I thought it would just be a problem, and so I decided to go on the pill. I tried the pill for about 6 to 8 months, but I kept forgetting to take it, and I didn't want to like risk getting pregnant at the age of 16, like it was just not on. And after the pill, like the side effects that I had with the pill and with the bar, I didn't really have any side effects. Like the main side effect that I've probably had from like my hormones and contraception is my skin, but that's something we'll talk about in the next question. I didn't have weight loss or weight gain. I have quite a fast metabolism, so my body physically pretty much just stayed the same. It was just my periods were really weird. I'd get my period for 2 months, and then it would disappear for 4 months, and then it would come back for another 3 months, and it was not natural, and I just hated the idea of something so unnatural being inside my body. So about a year and a half ago, I went onto the hormonal Mirena. Mirena is also known as the IUD, and it's essentially just a little anchor that looks like this, and it goes up inside your vajayjay, and it pretty much just sits above your cervix. And essentially what that does is it just like repels little spermies, and and it's like it was hormonal based, so it was putting hormones all over my body. I hated it. It was not comfortable. It hurt when I would try and be intimate. It, you know, was making me moody all the time. I would have really weird periods. I did notice a little bit of weight gain, and overall I just did not like it in my body. So I had it removed, and then the last option, or like one of the last options, were to have the copper-based Mirena put in. So all that does, that is not hormonal based, all that does is it pretty much repels sperm. And I've had that in maybe 3 months now, just before Christmas, and so far it's probably been the best thing so far. Like, I'm still getting my period monthly. My moods only change when I'm on my period. I'm not having any weight gain. The only thing that is happening now is I think my body is finally having its first proper cycle of like a period, and letting my body, you know, cleanse itself. Because I've been on contraception since I was like 13, 14, my body just hasn't had a proper cycle. So if I was going to recommend any form of contraception, I would probably recommend the copper-based Mirena. I'm only recommending it because so far it is working for me. I'm not really seeing any side effects, but at the end of the day, everybody's different with how their body is structured and how their body works. The only thing I would note on that is the fact that it is quite an invasive procedure. It is quite painful. My experience was quite painful having it put in and having it removed. I have quite a high pain tolerance. Like, I've had my septum pierced, I've had my nose pierced like 10 times, tattoos. I just had a blood test done today, and nothing is more painful than having the Mirena put in or removed. So that is something just to keep in mind. I'm not saying that to scare you off. I just want you to know that, like, it does hurt, so you do need to go in and just be as relaxed as possible. Take someone with you just so you can hold their hand and have them there for moral support. But that's probably what I would recommend. But if you want to ask me any more questions about that, then I'm more than happy to answer that for you. So the next question is, how is your skin going? Okay, so my skin is such a big topic for me. It's one thing that I'm so passionate about. I don't really get insecure based around most things, but my skin is probably one thing I would consider that I get insecure about. So I am trying really hard to like get my skin on the right track. At the moment, it is quite inflamed and I am pretty prone to acne. I have had acne ever since I was in like year 6, I would say. Nothing major, but I would notice that I would get like small breakouts around my face, and then when I got to high school, it just blew up. Like, it wasn't anything overly dramatic, but it was like red around my cheeks, red around my nose. I would get cystic pimples all over my cheeks, sometimes on my forehead. At the moment, it is looking pretty okay. Like, when I do remove my makeup, it is quite red still and my pimples are quite inflamed. I'm trying a few products at the moment that will help it, but for the last 2 months I've been trying so hard not to use any chemicals, so no moisturizers. When I'm taking my makeup off, it's literally just a face washer and warm water. The only thing that I'm really using on my face right now is a face scrub from Mince Body, and that has been absolutely amazing so far, and it just leaves my skin feeling really hydrated. A lot of people get very insecure about their skin because I have quite sensitive skin. I have combination skin, so I get dry and oily skin. I think more oily than dry. A lot of people who know me know that my skin can be quite unpredictable. There are days where it looks absolutely beautiful and glowing and clean, and then there are days where it looks so oily and dry and really nasty, and it's so angry and inflamed. And I try to be such a healthy person. I eat right, I exercise, I drink lots of water, but at the end of the day, my skin is still angry and full of acne. So it's probably one thing that brings down my confidence at times. But honestly, I still love myself. I love everything about myself. And I think that when I do eventually have that beautiful clear skin that I try so hard to get, I'll appreciate it so much more, because I know that my skin has come from something that was really rough now to something that's like porcelain and beautiful. I think one of the main causes for acne is stress, and what makes you more stressed than being self-conscious about your skin that's, you know, already broken out. I think if you can just learn to accept yourself for who you are and your skin for what it is, you will start to see a big difference. I genuinely think everyone is beautiful and everyone is so unique in their own way. Biggest motivational tips. Okay, my biggest motivational tips for getting up and exercising is picturing your future self. If you see your future self being someone who's high in fashion and with beautiful skin, like a beautiful toned belly, that's amazing. So what you need to do is, how are you going to get there? How are you going to get to that person, or how are you going to get to that figure that you want? So if you see the opportunity to go out and exercise or go for a walk along the beach, do it. If you see an opportunity to have a healthy snack or to drink some water, do it. You need to subconsciously get into the flow of that. Everything you do for and to your body will affect the overall outcome of how you look and how you feel. So if you can get into those mindsets of, oh, I need to snack on this fruit, or if I need to drink some more water, or if, oh, you know, I could use this opportunity to go for a walk outside. Sun, fruit, vegetables, exercise, dieting, it all contributes to your overall health of how you look. Yeah. But my biggest motivational tips would just be hyping yourself up. And I told so many people this, is that there were days where I would just look at myself in a mirror for like a good solid 5 minutes, and I would tell myself how beautiful I am, how smart I am, how confident I am, how funny I am, and how much of a great personality I have. Like right now, you can't see it, but there's a big mirror right here, and it's literally just looking at yourself and hyping yourself up. I think I might actually do a video on that as well, just to really explain to you guys how much of a massive effect that can actually have. It's looking at that pimple, or it's looking at the shape of your nose, or it's looking at your flat chest and being like, hey, you're actually gorgeous, like you're so incredible. And looking at myself makes me want to cry, but like in a happy way. It's so weird, but it just works so well. So they're probably my biggest motivational tips. So that pretty much concludes like all of those questions. There are a few more, but I think I might make a part 2 to this, and just to really just summarize that and to talk about more topics. But things that you can expect from this channel will be fitness, motivation, fashion, lifestyle. There are so many things that I want for this channel and that I want this channel to achieve. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to get me there. So thank you so much for tuning in. I genuinely appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really inspires you to, you know, chase your dreams. But if it doesn't right now, then I will make sure it does, okay? So thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye.